just gone into World War II. The sailors are very, very, very important because Japan just bombed Pearl Harbor. And this film, as you'll see, especially with the ending of this film, was really to rouse the enthusiasm of this country to come together and do your part. You were not just sitting in your seats in a theater. This film was made to have you go out into the lobby and buy war bonds, because this was your way to contribute into making this country great and safe. Okay? Now, what I do is I do it in neighborhood movie house fashion. With all these thousands of films I have, which I'm sure is good. The film is, my house is more of a house for film than a house for me. But they're my children. And what I do is, to make it even more enjoyable for all of you, I find a similarly themed short, such as a cartoon or a true real comedy. Phoebe, your husband. And I find it, see, we're all family here in this theater. You see, but the whole thing is that I bring a similarity, okay, I always find a similarly themed short to precede the feature that is similarly themed, so there is a connection, a lead-in, an introduction. Go down, Marcy. Phoebe, raise your hand. See? See, now we're all part of the family. Marcy, say hello to everybody.
Hello, I just finished a marathon.
So, we're going to have a ton of fun today. Now, I want to explain about this film. This film, and I love these kind of films, this film originated on the Broadway stage. It was originally a Cole Porter musical. Okay? And her favorite musical composer right here. Get up and sing some song. How about a medley from Anything Goes?
Yeah. I would love to, but it's your...
Oh, isn't, look at that humbleness. Anyhow, so what we're going to do is, now Ethel Merman got a real raw deal in Hollywood. I'll tell you that. And I'll get to that in a second. But Ann Sothern, she is the star of this film, and she is the one playing the Ethel Merman part. Oh. So she sings all those great tones. But more important, this film was a star-making vehicle. All right? So many iconic stars of the period were born due to this film. For instance, Lena Horne has this is her first MGM feature film, main big production feature film. And she's given her break in this after making lower budget film, exploitational color films, things like that. But this was her first big break, and she sings, "It was just one of those things, just," there you go. Oh, higher. I'd have to be higher to sing it more. Anyhow, but the thing is that she's in this Red Skelton, I should say. Thank you. Red Skelton, he stars in this film too. Now, Red Skelton, notice I pronounced it correctly that time. Red Skelton was basically known as a radio comedian. All right? Now, Red Skelton got his big break in this film, and he stole the film. He became a big contracted star at MGM. And Southern, Dan Daly, Virginia O'Brien. Do you remember deadpan, straight-faced Virginia O'Brien? You all familiar? Oh, come on, you're not as young as you're all making out to be. Am I the only old one here?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Anyhow, she's in this film, making one of her first film debuts. This film really is a patriotic film to really sense up America for the battle that we were going to undertake. you know, with the war that was coming. And I hope this gets you. Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned something about Ethel Merman getting a award.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you for reminding me about that. And then we're gonna see my friend Bob Sachi over here because he brought some special gifts for me to show all of you. Another aspect of film history, because when you come to a John Carpenter movie man matinee, all the film people come out. And Bob is a big collector of all the materials that went on to sell the films in the theaters at that time, as well as being a historian himself. Now, to answer your question, which I am going to finally get to, the Ethel Merman got a very bad treatment in Hollywood. She began by shooting one-reel musical shorts at the Paramount Astoria studio. Okay, and I also had the honor of working there one time in my life. By being on the same sets, the same sound stages where the Marx Brothers shot their first talking film, The Coconuts, it was mind-blowing. It was really an experience. And my biggest thought about the Astoria Studios, if I may add a personal, comedically true line, was the bathroom. The bathrooms inspired me most. Why? Am I asking, do you want to know why? Why?
Why?
Boy, you're nosy. Okay, I'll tell you. Because you'd go into the men's room and the urinals were this high. I swear to God, I've never seen, you could take a shower. So what I'm saying is, but the sound stages were great. It was New York at its best. So Ethel Merman came to Hollywood after shooting these one-reel shorts at the California, what was known as the Paramount Astoria Studios, and she was then brought to California. You'd think that the star of the stage, she starred in all the shows on Broadway. She was a darling of the big Cole Porter musicals. She did Anything Goes, playing Reno Sweeney, the lead on Broadway. She's moved to California, and all she gets, Paramount didn't know what to do with her in California. So they dismissed her to only having these smaller, like The Friend, the Screwball Friend, who had maybe one song. And then when Paramount got the rights to shoot Anything Goes, the show she starred in as a feature, they used her part, Reno Sweeney, that she played on Broadway, they used her part as only a side part. And Bing Crosby got the newly written songs for the film and was the star of that film. But as you see in this film, this is another Ethel Merman Broadway musical, Panama Hattie, but Ann Sothern got the part. She had the film name. So we're gonna watch this film as if you're actually sitting in a movie theater of 1942. Afterwards, we will take questions and answers, or you could throw rocks at me. I'm up for anything. So enjoy the show, and God bless you all. If you like the show and you want to see more of me, please tell Jackie Nogan, the program director, and possibly she'll be kind enough to bring me back again. I thank you very much. Oh, one second. I saw Jackie Nogan, I just forgot everything. Anyhow, Bob? Bob Sachi, ladies and gentlemen, he has been kind enough to bring from his collection. He will tell you.
Okay, John is the historian, I'm the memorabilia guy.
That's it.
I found these in my collection. They're original posters from the lobbies of the theaters. This happens to be the first MGM movie of 1942. It's number 1 for 42. Ann Sothern's in it. You can see Dan Daly. Original poster went in the lobby. I have another one with the 3 comedians, Red Skelton, Ben Blue, and Rags Raglan, if anybody knows who he is. Same thing. And what I found, very interesting, John was talking about World War II. This is a program from theaters on Jamaica Avenue, Liberty Avenue, Rockaway Avenue, 1942. and it has Panama Hattie, and interesting next to it, Avenged December 7th. This was right after Pearl Harbor. Coincidentally, is a Ronald Reagan movie above that. But this is what it said, Avenged December 7th. It was right after Pearl Harbor happened. They showed the movie. It was right, like a week or two later, they showed the movie. But it's interesting they put that on, and then it says, buy bonds and stamps from December 7th, from December to December 13th. So it's an interesting thing coinciding with that. These were giveaways in the lobbies from about 1920 to about 1960, if I remember right. And then it has all the other films that were playing in that era. Trying to think of what you would know.
Major and the Minor.
Major and the Minor.
Ginger Rogers picture.
Abbott and Costello movie, Pardon My Sarong, Talk of the Town. This happened to be a movie. Usually they showed an A movie. It said also playing with Panama Hattie is a thing called Brooklyn Orchid with William Bendix. That was a B.
That was a B picture, right?
Then they throw a cartoon and other things on there. But like I say, these were in the lobbies of the theaters. So it's like 42, 70 years old.
So here you are. Now, where else do you go to film shows where you not only see the complete film plus a cartoon, and you see the publicity materials that hung in the lobby of said theater that was originally showing the film? It's almost like a time machine being here, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, John.
Thank you, Bob Sachi. Now again, I want to remind you, I make these discs myself. By either I'll get the film from television if I don't have it on reels in my film collection already, because I feel the film, I deem it important enough to show you people. So I put all the titles, I put all the cartoons, I put on this DVD, keeping it with the flow and the feel of the film and the period. I have buy war bonds. So Jackie, we can buy war bonds in the lobby, correct?
Well, you can support the foundation.
There we are. What do you think of that, ladies and gentlemen? War bonds, foundation, same thing. So I hope you all enjoy the show. And please tell you, I'm making myself very accessible with you afterwards to talk to all of you. And if you do like this show, you can hock Jackie back there, and you can ask her to keep Carpenter. That's right. I'm gonna hock you. They can hock your Chinik, right? Okay. See, they teach me. They've taught me all this. They're my spuka. What is fam? What is that? What does this spuka mean?
Family.
See? There you are. So enjoy the film, and Maestro, run that movie, and thank you so very much, all of you. God bless you, all of you. Thank you so much for sticking by me. Thank you.